My favorite scene would probably be the party scene, because it was funny, a lot going on, you learn a lot about the characters, and it leads into a really romantic, cute scene. We had an actual party. There was food, there were just people kind of hanging out. It had the best lines. It was the best, it was just the funniest, most fun scene to shoot.
My favorite scenes to shoot, it's got to be a tie. It would be the party scene. After the party scene and Kevin and Christy walking home for the first time, I think it was. And all for different reasons. When Kevin and Christy walked home, that was the first day of filming, I think. And it was fun to kind of have that giddy excitement and like all that adrenaline rushing because it's the first time and it was the first scene. Even though it was really cold, it was nice to be able to kind of meet everything and get a feel for everything, and that was fun for that reason. And then the party scene was fun because we had all the extras involved and they were so funny, and just that scene in general was really fun. Then the last scene would be after the party. That might be my ultimate favorite, just because, I don't know the reasons. It was cold, and I got to wear my favorite skirt ever. That was awesome. And I don't know, it was nice because I really felt comfortable doing that scene, and with those scenes generally I don't feel comfortable. So for some reason that night I was just feeling it, and I was on it, and even though we didn't have a microphone, it was freezing cold, it was just a really fun scene. Those three scenes were definitely my favorites.
My favorite scene in the movie is probably the scene right after the party scene, scene 13. It was probably one of the cutest scenes that we filmed because there was just a great chemistry between Katie and Jacob that night, and it really worked out nicely.
I think my favorite scene in the movie is where we're kind of inside Kevin's room and he's by himself. He's just gotten off the phone with Christy, and we realize that he's just, his dad has just kind of abused him. I think that's probably my favorite scene in the movie, just because it really, I think, I haven't actually seen how it turns out, but it really gives you a glimpse into the severity of the problems that he's in and the emotional problems that he's facing, which is kind of cool because there's not actually any dialogue in that scene, aside from the phone conversation at the beginning of it. I think it's my favorite scene.
My favorite scene is the one where he's in his bedroom, because immediately I thought, there's no mention of his mother, and his mother is dead. So I wanted to him to have a photo of his mother and him as a child. And because I felt that I felt personally that if you see him holding the photo of his mother and him, just thinking about his future, what he's going to do in life, this is a huge emotional and mental just process and decision for him whether or not he's going to report his father's abuse. So the fact that I felt like he would need his mother, so having that photo of him and his mother would be really heartwarming and just heartbreaking, and waterworks start.
My favorite scene was, I think, the death scene. Yeah.
But I really loved shooting the scene 15, the scene where Kevin dies, because for two reasons. One, because it's so pivotal in the actual film. It's this complete 180 on the direction we were going in the actual film. And just because shooting a crucial scene is always fun. And especially one like that with a lot of action, with a lot of, really quick camera angles and really, tough, violent, raw, up close, personal, scene like that is really fun to work with. That sort of close quarters thing, and the planning of the choreography, which I think Garbo did with that, and he really had a good time choreographing that scene. But I love pivotal scenes.